Got a base neck here, and the truss rod nut has run out of adjustment. This is the old nut here that I've removed. So the next step is to add a few washers in so that you can get a bit more adjustment. So you can drive yourself crazy going around all your local hardware stores looking for little washers that might fit, but you'll probably find that you'll have to stack a bunch of them together and they won't quite be the right fit. You may have to either try and ream the inside of the hole out or grind some of the washer off. But if you've got an old truss rod nut, you've actually got what you need. So I'm going to replace this one because it's the key is pretty sloppy in the nut. So what I'm going to do is I'll put this in the drill press and I'll ream the threads out, and then I'm just going to cut off a little piece of this nut, and I'll be able to use that as a perfect spacer for this new nut that I'm going to install. So we got a 3/16 step bit here that I'm going to use to ream the threads out of this truss rod nut. And basically you just want to be able to ream out the threads for the 1032 truss rod so that it slides easily over top of the existing truss rod threads. That looks pretty good, and the next thing we'll do is just to cut off the piece that we need. There's different ways you can cut the end off. I find the easiest way is just to set it where you want it on your drill and just slice the end off with an oscillating saw. But if you don't have these tools, you can just use a hacksaw blade and a vise, and then you can clean it up at the end with a file or some sandpaper. So that's it. That's how you can make yourself a spacer so that you can get your neck playable the way you like it. If you've run out of truss rod thread.